where weak babies were abandoned to die, where boys were taken from their mothers at age 7, where fear was considered a disease, and where only warriors were respected. This was Sparta, the most feared civilization in ancient Greece, a society built entirely for war. But the question is, how did a city of only a few thousand warriors become legendary enough to terrify entire empires? Chapter 1. The Birth of Sparta. More than 3,000 years ago, in the southern region of Greece known as Laconia, a brutal civilization began to rise. Unlike Athens, which valued philosophy, art, and democracy, Sparta valued only one thing: war. The Spartans believed life itself was a battle, and weakness had no place in their world. From the beginning, Sparta was different. Its people were trained not to fear pain, not to fear death, and never show emotion. Even their speech became famous: short, cold, direct. That's why today the word laconic means speaking with very few words. Because Spartans believed, words are useless, action matters. Chapter 2. The most brutal childhood in history. In Sparta, childhood barely existed. When a baby was born, Spartan elders inspected it carefully. If the child looked weak, sick, or deformed, the baby could be abandoned in the mountains to die. To the Spartans, mercy was dangerous. Only strength deserved survival. But the real nightmare began at age 7. Boys were taken away from their families, forever. This military training system was called the agoge, and it was one of the harshest training programs in human history. The boys lived together like soldiers. They were beaten constantly, starved intentionally, forced to fight each other, taught to survive pain without crying. Sometimes they were given only one cloak for an entire year. No shoes, no comfort, no softness. The goal was simple: turn children into killing machines. The stealing test. One famous Spartan test shocked historians. Boys were encouraged to steal food, but if they were caught, they were brutally punished. Not because stealing was wrong, but because getting caught showed weakness. Sparta didn't just teach strength, it taught cunning, survival, cold discipline. Chapter 3. The Warriors of Sparta. By adulthood, a Spartan soldier was considered among the deadliest fighters alive. From age 20 to 60, their lives belonged to the military. Even marriage changed nothing. Some Spartan men secretly visited their wives at night, then returned immediately to military barracks. Because Sparta feared comfort, feared attachment, feared softness. The Spartan shield. Spartan mothers famously told their sons, "Come back with your shield or on it," meaning return victorious or return dead, but never flee. Because Spartan warriors carried massive shields protecting not only themselves, but the entire formation. A soldier who dropped his shield endangered everyone. Cowardice was unforgivable. Chapter 4. The battle that made Sparta immortal. Then came the battle that would make Sparta legendary forever. The Battle of Thermopylae. 480 BC, the mighty Persian Empire invaded Greece. Its king was Xerxes I. Historians believe the Persian army may have numbered hundreds of thousands. Some ancient stories even claimed millions. Against them stood a tiny Greek alliance, and leading it was Sparta. Their king, Leonidas, one of history's most famous warriors. The Hot Gates. The battle took place at a narrow mountain pass called Thermopylae, meaning the Hot Gates. Leonidas knew something important. In open battle, the Persians would overwhelm them instantly. But inside a narrow pass, numbers mattered less. Only a few soldiers could attack at once, so Leonidas made his stand. With only 300 Spartan warriors and several thousand Greek allies, against the greatest empire on earth.